Participants, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends. Let me officially welcome you on behalf of International Center Alliance of Civilizations to the Skopje Cultural Diplomacy Forum, a forum that emphasizes the profound significance of cultural diplomacy in the interconnected world. We're really proud and grateful to have such an amazing group of people today in Macedonia, the land of cultural diversity, a country that is a mosaic of cultures, ethnicities, religions. This diversity shaped Macedonian cultural tapestry, resulting in a rich blend of tradition, languages, and customs. Despite the modernization and globalization, Macedonia has managed to preserve many of its traditional customs, historical and philosophical relics from the past, and the beautiful specifics that are our uniqueness. This aspect of culture continued to celebrate and pass down through our generations. The strategic location of Macedonia in the Balkans has made it a crossroad of cultures and civilizations throughout history. This has contributed to its unique identity as a meeting point of different influences. I strongly believe that we are in the right place and in the right time to discuss the importance of cultural diplomacy in today's so-called runaway world. Seen through the eyes of individuals, it can simply be put that there is no only crisis among civilizations, as foreseen by Huntington, but rather a crisis inside every civilization separately, a crisis of identity and every individual separate interpretation, regardless of whatever it is by faith. An individual with a different ethnic affiliation, different culture or nation cannot be comprehensive enough in the time where everything is becoming global. The dilemma remains on how to adjust traditions and institutions from the past to the radically new circumstances, or, in other words, how to adjust our viewpoint of the world. We are faced with a major challenge. This is because we are talking about a human perception and a human thought process and not a mere technological challenge. Apart from this human perception of global phenomena, we are also facing another challenge at the same time. We are now in an unprecedented phase of technological development in human history. All of these new technological innovations and creations give way to uncertainty. Some are already labeling this as a post-human period, or, as Kevin Kelly put it, the area of what is born, meaning anything that stems from nature, and the area of whatever is considered as human creation is becoming one. Some already announced this as the end of Homo sapiens era. This is why we keep hearing the word apocalypse more often. However, the word, in its original sense, means discovery of what has been hidden. This implies the discovery of a new truth about life. And yet, every discovery of something new is paired with collapse and destruction of the old, which is considered as not useful or functioning for the benefit of the new. In that context, apocalypse does not mean a physical end of the world, but a new, fresh start. Today's world, today's international, or if you want, global order, faces several challenges and criticisms reflecting a complex and evolving international landscape, from inequality and inequity to geopolitical tensions, as well as global governance gaps, as someone might also argue, the outdated multilateral architecture that needs a process of catharsis. Furthermore, concerns persist about the human rights abuse and the erosion of democracy in various parts of the world. The global order ability to promote and to protect these principles is questioned when violations occur. The global economic system is seen as vulnerable to financial crisis and economic instability, with some questioning the effectiveness of international financial institutions in preserving or mediating this crisis. Global migration patterns are on the rise, driven by conflicts, economic disparities, and climate change. The global order faces challenges in addressing the needs and the rights of migrants and refugees. The rise of nationalism and populism in various countries challenges the principles of international cooperation and multilateralism, potentially undermining global efforts to address common challenges. The digital age presents new challenges in terms of data privacy, cyber attacks, and digital surveillance. So, the global order must adapt to effectively address these emerging issues. Dear guests, in this period of uncertainty, it's more than important to bring the dialogue back. The overdose of monologue in the multilateral institutions Global forums, national parliaments are not providing any results. That's why we need to emphasize the profound significance of cultural diplomacy in our interconnected world. Cultural diplomacy is not merely a form of soft power or mere form of artistic expression. It is a bridge that transcends borders, fosters mutual understanding, and builds enduring relationships among nations. Cultural diplomacy leverages the power of art, music, literature, language, and heritage to promote dialogue, tolerance, and more importantly, the respect and cooperation. It recognizes that while political ideologies might differ, our shared humanity remains constant. In an era marked by political tensions and conflicts, cultural diplomacy serves as a conduit for promoting mutual understanding. By showcasing the richness of a nation's culture, we can break down stereotypes, dispel misconceptions, and create a space for dialogue and cooperation. Cultural diplomacy has the power to diffuse conflicts and prevent them from escalating. When people from different backgrounds appreciate each other's cultures, they are less likely to resort to hostility and more inclined to seek peaceful solutions. Cultural diplomacy is not limited to art and heritage. It extends to business and trade as well. Cultural exchange and collaborations can open up to new economic opportunities, leading to increased trade, tourism, and investments. Nations that embrace cultural diplomacy can experience substantial economic benefits. Cultural diplomacy is building so-called people-to-people connections on a personal level as well. Educational exchanges, artistic collaborations, and cultural events allow individuals to interact, learn from one another, and form lasting friendships. These connections transcend borders and promote a sense of global citizenship. Lastly, in an ever-globalizing world, cultural diplomacy plays a crucial role in preserving cultural heritage. It encourages nations to protect and cherish their unique traditions, languages, and historical sites. This preservation enriches our global tapestry and ensures the survival of precious cultural treasures. Dear guests, so now let me express our gratitude to Mr. Mark Donfried and the Institute for Cultural Diplomacy. His vision and his dedication inspired us to create such a forum in Skopje, together with his support, partnership, and guidance. I hope that our collaboration will continue, and I believe that this is only the beginning of a beautiful long-term cooperation. What Mr. Donfried and his institution is doing right now is exactly a summary of everything that has been mentioned above. Also, I would like to express our deepest gratitude to our supporters, partners, and our friends that made this forum possible. I would like to express our gratitude to the City of Skopje for the immense support, Hotel Hilton for their warm hospitality in this wonderful venue, Sixth Rent-A-Car for taking care of all of our participants to arrive safely, Lazar Winery for their tasty wines, Comfy Angel for the support, Tough Airport as well. Also, let me express my gratitude to our prominent painter, Sergei Andreevsky, for this wonderful and magnificent exhibition, as you can see right here in the hall, that enriches the atmosphere and brought another perspective to our forum. His work serves as an inspiration to many creators, and I hope it will inspire us to be brave, honest, and dedicated during this forum, as Mr. Andreevsky is through his work. I also believe that throughout this forum, we will have intellectual debate led by intellectual provocations, strong arguments, and maybe, just maybe, for a moment to forget about the political correctness and try to observe the world through the lenses of what is accurate and truthful. So, now I would like to invite our host, former President of the Republic of Macedonia, Mr. Georgi Ivanov, to address the forum. Thank you very much.